For those who don't have the opportunity to watch live now, no worries, as we have this video recorded and you can watch it during your free time via this page. For your information, this product preview also available in Bahasa Melayu and Chinese language. For those who prefer these languages, you can catch them afterwards as we will broadcast it starting tomorrow and the day after. Just log on into this Facebook page and check out more info on the live session date and time. My name is Azrul from Business Development Unit of Saint Board Industries, or in short, HCI. Today, I'm going to talk about our product called Prima Flex. Please sit back and enjoy the preview. You are welcome to comment as we go live and ask questions if any. I'll try my best to get the answers during or after this session. First and foremost, let me start with an introduction of the company that's produced Prima Plank. Saint-Gobain Industries Sdn Bhd is the name behind the scene. It is a subsidiary company of Hong Leong Group, established since year 1980. And as you can see, it's sharing the same logo with the more famous Hong Leong Bank. HCI in short, it manufactures and sells fiber cement products under the brand name Prima. That is Prima. And this brand has been in building material market for quite some time. Prima is proudly made in Malaysia and currently being produced in our two factories, one in Kelantan, Perak, and another one is in Petaling Jaya, Selangor, with a total workforce of more than 500 members. Prima is not only sold in Malaysian domestic market, which includes both Peninsular and East Malaysia, that means Sabah and Sarawak, but it also being exported to 40 over countries such as Australia, New Zealand, Oceania, Middle East, Southeast Asia, Taiwan, and many more. Before we touch on the product preview, which is Prima Plank, I think it is no harm to learn what Prima is made of. With the generic name cellulose fiber cement, the basic component consisting three main ingredients. Firstly, sand, which is granulated fine sand. Secondly, OPC cement. And thirdly, cellulose fiber, which taken from tree pulp. Almost similar to reinforced concrete concept, whereby you have cement, aggregate, and reinforcement bar. Fiber cement also designed to take up both tension and compression force. Think it like a 150 mm thick RC slab, but in smaller scale of 3.2 mm to 20 mm of thickness. Same principle, but different purpose. These three main components, together with additives, were carefully mixed with water in a certain ratio and formula to create what we call a slurry mix. This slurry mix is then pumped into a hatchet machine to produce raw fiber cement sheets layers by layers. The illustration on top right of the slide, this illustration shows how the machine looked like. There are few drums and conveyor belts that functions to create fiber cement sheet layers. After the raw, which is wet and soft fiber cement sheet created, it will be cut using water jet into few standard sizes, for example, 4 feet by 8 feet board and 12 feet planks. Stack them together on curing pellets. These raw fiber cement sheets are then inserted into autoclave machines. Yeah. The autoclave machine functions as a pressure cooker. With high pressure and temperature, it cures the wet fiber cement sheets to achieve the design strength. Within a couple of hours only, the fiber cement is then fully cured and hardened. This is important step to make sure the curing process is efficient and produce good quality fiber cement. Once out from autoclave, the fiber cement is good for packaging and distribution within few hours. These are some points highlighting why fiber cement is a good building material for construction. Firstly, it is asbestos-free material, meaning it has 0% asbestos content. As we all know, the asbestos is carcinogenic material that can cause cancer and was banned by Malaysian government years ago. Second, it is water resistant material, means it can withstand water or weather and suitable for wet area application. Please have a look at the photo on the right slides. Here you can see a sample of fiber cement being soaked or encased in water since year 2008. Until today, the sheet is still intact and maintains its physical properties. No swelling or even dissolved by the water. Thirdly, it is anti-mold. Lab test shows fungus and mold do not grow on Prima fiber cement surface. This means your walls and ceilings has less chances to get mold grow. Next, fire resistant material. Prima has passed the BS476, Part 6 and 7 tests and certified as Class O material by Malaysian Fire Department. Having this, it also enables us to build fire-rated wall systems that can withstand up to 3-hour fire-rated. That would be Prima solid wall and Prima drywall system. Considerably high in density, Prima fiber cement is at 1390 kg per meter cube. Not too heavy, but at the same time not too light or flimsy. On the thermal performance, its K value, which represent conductivity performance, is low at 0.30 watt per millikelvin, and the R value, which represent the insulation performance, is good at 0.03 meter square Kelvin per meter watt. This explains why fiber cement can be a good insulation in roof sucking application. Last but not least, on strength, Prima fiber cement's modulus of rupture, or MOR, which represent flexural strength, averagely measured at 14 MPa. This enables Prima to offer a stronger and more robust material for your drywall, ceiling, and lightweight flooring compared to other function equivalent material in market. Well, there are a few key performance attributes of using Prima fiber cement. The number one is termite resistance. It's not wood component. It's a cement base, so definitely termite won't attack. And then it is fire resistant, water resistant, weather resistant, environmentally friendly, superior paint adhesion, high workability, aesthetically pleasing, and have 50 years of durability. On the certification, all Prima products are certified as a green product, which hold greens labels from several countries like Taiwan, Korea, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, and Malaysia. Not only that, all Prima products are certified under IKRAM product listing, Serim product listing, Bomba Class O, Malaysian Standard MS1296, Serim Eco Label, and My Hijau certificate. Let's have a look at this picture. This would suggest the whole building can be constructed using a fiber cement, except foundation, of course, and the superstructure and the roofing as well. It covers two aspects of the building. One is the aesthetic, which cover exterior walls, cladding, screening, skirting, wood substitute, and as a constructive element, which is you can use it as a solid wall or drywall, ceiling, roof sucking, flooring, soffit, gable end, and fascia board. Well, basically, we have six product lineup. First one is Prima Flex. Second is Prima Plank. Third is Prima Liner. Next is Prima Lattice, Prima Van, and last but not least, Prima Flex Groove. However, today we're going to talk about Prima Plank specifically. Prima Plank, the ideal wood substitute. Well, on the profile, it has a beautiful wood surface, which currently offering three kind of texture: smooth, wood grain, and timber grain. It is water and weather resistance, means it can be installed internal and external. Class O, which is fire resistant. It is highly resistant to decay, termite, rodent attack, and most chemical. So it's safe for any cleaning agent. Superior paint addition, you can always paint on the surface. And most important thing is it's not subject to typical wood defects. For example, like warping and all. Well, the idea of having Prima Plank is to replace wood or timber application. As you all know, timber is not cheap nowadays. And in order for you to get a good quality timber or the matured timber, it is quite hard to find in the market. And timber also requires more attention, maybe higher maintenance costs, and expensive when it comes to initial cost as well. So if you look at this Prima Plank wood grain in more detail, it makes no difference with the real timber. Once you have the correct color, you paint whatever timber species color that you want, then you can have the timber effect of the plank. Well, this slide shows the most famous application of Prima Plank, which is fascia board. Nowadays, it is widely used as a fascia board to replace hardwood timber. So in this case, the product used is Prima Plank Classic. So as you can see on the diagram below, there are few thickness available, starting from 7.5, 9 mm, and 12 mm, where the width offered is 230 mm. This is typically the width of fascia board. Okay, and it also comes in two length, which is 3.66 or 4.2. And in terms of surface, we have it in smooth surface for more modern looks, or alternatively wood grain texture to give you more classic and wood look. How this thing applies to your roofing fascia board? Well, please have a look at the drawing. So from here you can see how it's been mounted onto the rafter steel structure. So as you can see, the method are using screws, and there are several types of installation referring to the jointings. You can have it either butt joint, or you can flush it off using what we call paintable sealant. Okay, so next is this picture shows the application of Prima Classic as a wall cladding and also gable end. So imagine you have a plain brick wall at the back and you decided to finish it off with this kind of looks. Or you can have it using Prima Classic. How to do it? Let's have a look at this drawing. Imagine you have a bare finished brick wall with a simple one layer of plastering. You can start to install the subframe. So as you can see, the subframe divided into two components. The first one is using U channel, which later on will be wall plugged to the wall. And then once this U channel installed, you bring in the C channel and screw it to the U channel. And afterwards, once you have this, the subframe is ready for you to install Prima plank. So again, we are using screw for this application, not nail. As you can see, this beautiful windmill structure or windmill walls are using Prima Classic wood grain texture. It gives you more classic look and more vernacular look. Not only that, exploring on other application, you can have it as a decoration or what we call feature wall on a terrace house, or you have a more traditional look building like a chalet, so you can have this. Okay, next, besides Prima Plank Classic, there's another type of Prima Plank which called Prima Plank Shiplap. From far it looks almost the same, but it's totally different, especially in terms of the profiling. Same width and same length available. It comes with a thickness of 9 mm thick, and it also comes in two surface texture to choose: smooth and wood grain. Let's have a look at this drawing. Again, before you install the plank, you need the subframe at the back. And normally this subframe is made of lightweight galvanized steel. Once you install the subframe, well, typically at intervals of maximum 610 or 2 feet center to center, you screw the Prima shiplap using self-drilling screws to fix the plank onto the subframe. Well, in this case, since it have tongue and groove on the top and the bottom of each plank, the installation method should come from below to the top. Okay, so you install from the below first, and you overlap each and every plank as you go all the way to the top. So that is a typically method how the contractors do this installation correctly. As you can see from the picture, it is applied as a wall cladding. And if you know this picture, this is actually Genting Premium Outlets in Genting Highlands. So if you got the opportunity to go and visit, please have a look at the whole building facade, the external walls. They are using Prima planks, shiplap. In this case, this area is quite cool and very high in terms of moisture. So mold can easily grow on any building material surface, especially paints. But in this case, this is a correct application or correct decision to use Prima Plank Shiplap because all Prima product is anti-mold and anti-fungus. So as you can see on the parapet walls, you can have it as a wall cladding onto the brick wall. Or you can also have a very nice decorative panel or feature wall when you construct a terrace house. Well, typically, this effect can be achieved by using a UPVC channel and then plaster on the surface where you create the groove lines manually. But the quality is not assured. It's still subject to workmanship. So you can eliminate all these risks by using Prima shiplap. You can paint any color you like as long as it's external grade paint and to follow a higher paint manufacturer recommendation. Well, if you can see on these two buildings, one in Malaysia and one is in UK or London to be exact, both are on fire. But there's a significant similarity between these two buildings. The fire caught on the facade, which means the facade got burned first before it spread throughout the building. So what went wrong in this case? Well, maybe the material used is not fit for the purpose. Here in Malaysia, we have requirements that we have to follow. For example, Uniform Building Bylaw. So inside Uniform Building Bylaw is already mentioned the cladding must be used Class O material. So if you refer to UBBL 1984 under Subrule 204, it's already explained what is Class O material. So by definition, it says here the surface material, or if it is bonded throughout the substrate, the surface in conjunction with the substrate shall then, when tested in accordance to BS 476, Part 6, 1964, have an index of performance not exceeding 12 and subindex 1 not exceeding 6. So this is actually what been spelled under or in Bahan Class O certificate by our fire department. So this is to show all of Prima products are fit for this purpose. Let's move to next application. Prima plank also can be used as a ceiling, which is what we call strip ceilings. Well, typically these strip ceilings can be constructed using timber or wood, but definitely it not durable and it requires higher maintenance. So using fiber cement is a good alternative towards this application. You can paint whatever timber species that you like, and you can have timber loop strip ceiling. And again, it's also available in two surface texture. One is smooth and another one is wood grain. Not only on the typical ceilings, it can also be used as a roof eaves. You can straight away fix the Prima plank strips onto the steel batten underneath the roof rafters. Here are some of the pictures to show projects that been using Prima plank as a strip ceilings. Even if you have a situation where it's exposed to heavy or high wind load, high wind lateral load, this material is also suitable because it has the mass required to maintain the structural integrity. Again, same, this is Prima plank ceilings. You can also paint it in metallic colors, you know, to make it look like a metal strip ceiling. And this is wood grain texture. All right. So next application is skirting. Prima plank can be used as a skirting, and it comes with the size of 75 and 100 mm with a thickness 9 mm or 12 mm. Even around your window and doors to create architraves. Okay, this is how we install the wall skirting. Well, on a typical masonry wall or brick walls, you can use concrete nails to fix the skirting, or alternatively, you can use cementitious. You can you can use a construction grade adhesive or chemical adhesive. But if you're using drywall, for instance, it is a lot easier where you just fix it using self-drilling screws. Next, Prima plank as a screening. Yes, you can use fiber cement to create sun shading surface. For example, in a podium car park where you still need the ventilation, but at the same time, you want to hide the content inside it. Once you paint it in a brown color or timber color, it looks not much different from the original timber or wood. It can also be used as the aircon louvers, where you can hide your aircon outdoor unit, cut into various sizes to make gate and also fencing. Here are another example how the Prima plank being used as a gate and fencing. Next, Prima plank decking. This is a special plank range where it have 16 mm and 18 mm thickness with a size of 150 and 200 width, and the surface is timber grain. So the purpose of this plank decking is to create a platform, for example, like near the swimming pool, or even a landscaping, hardscape to be more precise. In the in more detail, if you look at the profile, it has 45-degree chamfer with two-sided VH, and the size of the chamfer is approximately 3.0 mm. This provides a channel for the water to be dispersed out. So it's avoiding any water ponding on the surface. In terms of installation, you can either install it butt joint, or you can even leave a gap like around 3 mm to 6 mm for the water to penetrate through. But whatever it is recommended for you to have a subframe underneath. Well, it can be mild steel, it can be GI studs, or it can be timber frame. And alternatively, you can also glue straight onto cement rendered surface. But you have to make sure the surface is flat enough for the installation. In terms of look, well, you can't really tell whether this is a real timber or Prima plank decking. Because once it's been painted, for example, in this case, you're using a thick wood color with the special timber grain texture, it looks exactly like a real thick wood. And this is one example of a small deck being built uh, at the terrace house. Not only for houses, you can also use this for your landscape works, landscaping. You can finish the walkway or the playground using Prima plank decking. All right, so I think that's all for today on Prima plank. But before I end, I would like to share uh, some information so that you can look for us on the internet. Okay, so we have Prima HCI Facebook page. So just type Prima HCI and it will go straight to the page. Please like the page for any updates. Here we can see a lot of picture updates to share construction or design example utilizing Prima fiber cement. And we also from time to time update all of our events. Besides Facebook, we also featured in the YouTube. So here is where you can find videos on the installations, especially all for all our systems like drywall and solid wall. So this will give you the real picture how things being installed, and this is a good reference for contractors especially. Well, that's all for this round, and we shall continue with our next product review on Prima systems in real soon. Thank you very much for your time and interest. And again, please like this posting and follow our Facebook page. Thank you for your support and participation. Please do not hesitate to contact us should you have any inquiry about Prima products. Bye. Thank you.